It doesn't matter if you're 16 or 76. A little over 6% of your paycheck is taken out for this retirement.
Yeah, that's called being in a society, folks. That's called being in a society.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
I want to talk to y'all some more about my U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville talking about Social Security. And this is another thing that really, really grinds my gears, gets my goat. Yeah, it grinds my goat. I'm going to start saying that. And it's like, because there's all this fear-mongering about Social Security, and much like the overtime tax cut, in Alabama, we've eliminated the overtime tax we've eliminated the income tax on overtime wages. And so there are some people that are saying, oh, we need the money. We need to reinstate this. And instead of looking at the wealthy and saying, let's just take some money from the wealthy, that's not what happens. The people who are fear-mongering about Social Security do not say, let's take some money from the wealthy to make sure that poor grandmothers have enough money. They don't do that. They say we should give the poor grandmothers less money. That's ultimately what they end up advocating for. But let's listen to some of this fear-mongering from Tuberville about Social Security.
Since being signed into law in the 1930s by President Roosevelt, Americans' money has been going in the front door of the federal government and then out the back door. It's a big Ponzi scheme, and everyone is forced to participate in it. You have no choice. It doesn't matter if you're 16 or 76. A little over 6% of your paycheck is taken out to pay for this retirement.
And it's just like, yeah, that's what it's called, being in a society, folks. That's called being in a society. Let's listen to this second clip about him saying, oh, it's going to be so sad for these poor people that we're going to take all of their benefits from.
We've got people that are getting ready to retire in this country that are going to try to live off $2,000 a month after paying Social Security all their life.
Yeah.
In this day and age, $2,000, it's impossible to live off of. Totally impossible. We'd better start figuring this problem out, because one of these days, millions of people are going to come to D.C. and say, where is my money? And I don't blame them.
And so what are you going to say when they get to D.C., Tuberville, when they say, where is my money? Are you going to support the other people in your party who say, we're actually going to be taking more money from you? Thanks for asking. Here is a congressperson who is on the DOGE committee, asked by Social Security Works if he supports cuts to Social Security. Listen to this.
We're going to just keep asking members of the caucus as they come in. Sir, can we get a pledge to stand with President Trump against cuts to Social Security and Medicare benefits?
I think, you know what, when we look to reduce our national debt, I think these should be on the table.
Okay.
So I am a strong advocate of discussing this and reevaluating it. And I do believe at the end of the day, there will be some cuts.
There are cuts to Social Security and Medicare.
Yes.
And that's on the table in the DOGE Caucus right now.
Well, we're about to find out.
Okay. Thank you so much. So there you have a member of the DOGE committee, the DOGE Caucus, fully supporting cuts to Social Security and Medicare, ignoring the president. Sir, I was hoping we could get a pledge to stand with President Trump against cuts to Social Security and Medicare. Hi. Sir, I was hoping we could get a pledge to stand with President Trump against cuts to Social Security and Medicare.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
No, we don't get that. And I really like his framing, because Donald Trump has supposedly opposed cuts in the past, even though he has also in the past supported cuts to these programs. But that's really great framing from those folks there. And it's just insane that we're making all of these arguments about, oh, Social Security, it needs more money, it needs more money. All you have to do to save Social Security is remove the cap on the Social Security tax. Because right now, everybody is taxed something like 6% on your income to pay into Social Security, but only up until what, $250,000? That means every dollar over $250,000 or whatever it is not taxed for Social Security. If you eliminate that cap, Social Security is solvent until I'm dead and until my children are either dead or long retired for something like 75, 80 years. And that is if you expand Social Security. If you make the Social Security benefits more generous, it lasts that long, right? But that's not what we're talking about. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about raising the retirement ages. They're talking about taking cuts from grandmothers. They're talking about eliminating it or privatizing it altogether. And so again, here we have again the farcity of this right-wing populism, because this right-wing populism is supposedly being led by Elon Musk. This is his committee, the DOGE committee. And we've got people going in proudly saying, at the end of the day, we reckon there need to be cuts to Social Security. Folks should not accept that. Folks should not accept that. I don't know, Adam, is Adam still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to say something that Tuberville said was that it was really hard to live on $2,000 a month. Like, it was pretty much impossible, right? So does he support the labor movement's call to raise the minimum wage? Does he support the labor movement's organizing at companies like Amazon and Starbucks to raise wages to a living wage? Just wondering, because I don't think he does, based on his rhetoric. So,
yeah, he does not. He has opposed union efforts in the state of Alabama, and remember, he called the NLRB socialist communist. It's just it's so frustrating, the farcity of it, and that we have to live in a world with people who pretend that it's serious. And these are the people that are leading our government. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.